was holding to the edge of the world, loosely hung without a hand to hold. Close my eyes, counting memories, let it linger in my skin before the broken. Every word you told me on a blurry night and left with the promise that I never had forget. Your hands to the sky, mine in yours, behold the world instead, and let it all go by. Oh, free bird, won't you please let me go? Hold me tighter, let me know. Say a whisper in my ear, my dear, I've put on a show. What a perfect display to show to the world. Bore the weight you thought I'd never to hold. Your hands to the sky, mine in yours. Behold the world instead, and let it all go by. Oh, free bird, won't you please let me go? If you love me, let me go. But you held on longer, all because you'd miss me so. I was holding to the edge of the world. I was loosely hanging on to empty words, but now I'm falling. Oh, free bird, free bird. Oh, free bird, free bird. In hoping for a miracle, I waited till the distance left me breathless. Oh, the sin that weighed the heart from simply words is now burnt up to the ground. Oh, free bird, I let you go.
Give a round of applause to the ladies like Audi, Kirana. Welcome to the studio. Wait.
Welcome
We
to
need
the
to switch
studio.
places. We need to have you in the middle.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
You know what? I got goosebumps listening to you.
A whole lot of that. You know, a girl who wears as much black as I do is always a girl after my own heart. There's nothing that I love more than leather jackets. So, you know, this is very refreshing, Audi. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
This is your latest single, Freebird.
Yes, this is it.
So, can you tell us the story about Freebird? It seems like someone is holding on to something.
Actually, no. This song I wrote, I actually started ages ago, which was like August of 2022. And that was just fresh after I got my heart broken by my last boyfriend. And you know, usually when I got my heart broken, I tend to express myself through my music. So I tried to write a song, and I just kind of left it. So and eventually I moved on, and I was sort of pushed to come back to the song, and I did, and it created to be what this is. And it was really hard to write the song, not because, you know, I'm still like heartbroken over the last breakup, but because I had to remember
What the heartbreak was like.
Yeah, what the heartbreak was like, all the emotion and everything that I went through in that relationship. But I think it was worth it for the song.
And I think it's a really productive way to get out of a heartbreak.
Yeah.
by writing a song and releasing it
Yeah.
for the world to hear. That's amazing.
Thank you.
So this is based on your story.
Yes.
Not other people's story.
Every time I write, I always take it from my own personal experience in hopes that other people will be able to relate to it so that, you know, they can have some emotional connections with whatever song I put out.
To be honest, I didn't pay attention much to the lyric because I was so mesmerized by the whole performance, to be honest. So could you please elaborate more about the song?
So the song is about, I based it on the constant thing that I used to do in this relationship, which was use "I love you" as an excuse to stay in the relationship. So I wrote the song as a person who is begging for the other person to let go because they know themselves that it's either they have too much pride or they are experiencing this kind of emotion for the first time that they have the need to stay. So they're begging them to let go because the current state that they're in is absolutely not well for them. And eventually, by the bridge, it's a sort of reflecting and just expressing so much rage and emotion that they had gone through throughout the relationship or after when they broke up. And by the end of it, the lyrics, "I let you go," it's finally their time to let them go. And I think that's just the process of having a relationship like that. Because eventually, as much as you want them to let you go, you have to let them go as well.
That's deep.
Sometimes it's easier when that person lets you go than you actually
Yeah.
let go. Oh, that is deep indeed. You know, I understand that's like a little bit of a devil's circle in this, you know, relationship, and everyone can relate to relationships that are hard. And I wanted to ask, like, how did you get, like, in the song, how are you able to get out of that devil's circle? Like, because I know that when a relationship is toxic, it's kind of like, it's this over and over circle again. You want to get out of this devil's circle. What was that turning point for you where you were like, okay, this is it. I can get out of this?
In the song.
In the song.
I don't know. I reflected a lot on that relationship as I do with like whatever relationship I'm in, and I realized all the faults in it, every aspect of it, whether it's on me or on them. And I choose to put it in the story because, you know, as much pain as there was, I don't want to diminish all the good parts. So I made it not as a way to, you know, be hateful towards the guy, but to be a song that reflects that just because it hurts doesn't mean that it's always gonna hurt. At some point, everything's gonna be better. And I realized that a lot.
It's easier to reflect on a relationship once you've actually moved on. Because the danger is you haven't moved on, you get back into that devil's circle.
Okay.
I get that.
Enough talking about the hurtful past,
Yeah.
past relationship. Let's focus on her. I wanna talk about your career as a
Yeah.
musician. Tell us how you started at first.
I don't know how I started. It just came to be one day. No. I started, I think, a year ago when I first released my first song, Perfect. And that song I actually created for school. So it was a project when I was in the 10th grade. And I made this whole EP of songs, and I had the help of the guitarist before it, Daniel Clift, who helped me make the song into, you know, something real, something good for me to submit for school. And then, you know, eventually I think we worked on it a bit more, chose like certain songs that were good.
Yeah.
And we recorded it and we released it. And then ever since I've been doing gigs and interviews and all that, and just watching all these streams grow.
Hang on, excuse me, the mini album was last year? No, 2 years ago?
2020, yeah, 2021, 2022.
That was
So you're still in
Still in high
11th
school.
grade now?
12.
No, I'm in
12th
the 12th grade.
You
So
are an old soul, my love. Seriously. I mean, this is it, because I feel like when you listen to the way she makes music, not every, you know, young person has the ability to self-reflect in a way that is
Exactly.
relatable in such a deep, you know.
Yeah.
And she sings super deep too.
Exactly, and not just the way she made the music, but the way she
Yeah.
delivers it.
It's so calm and serene, and
Feels like you're an old soul to me.
like when I heard it, I was like, definitely an old soul. So, but I, you know, when I listen to you, there's I can totally relate to your genre. For some reason, I just look at you, I was like, you know what? I used to dress like that when I was in school. And I was like, no, seriously. And then she's still in school. So when I saw her, I talked to her and I was sort of like, are these your influences?
Yes,
Can you share, like, because I feel like as an old soul, you have such a wide range of inspiration.
Yeah.
Can you share to us who were your inspiration growing up when in terms of music? Because I feel your sound is very unique. We don't hear a lot of guitars anymore, and that calls out to a younger me inside, you know.
You know, when we were talking before, I was so surprised that you mentioned like Radiohead and Nirvana and Taylor Momsen, because Taylor Momsen is so rare for me to hear from somebody else.
Yeah.
But Radiohead and Nirvana, they're actually like really huge influences for me. Like every time I write, I always take from, there's 3 main artists that I always take from, and that's Foo Fighters,
I knew it. I knew it.
My Chemical Romance, and Radiohead, actually.
See?
My girl.
So, tell you, Chrysia, also.
Yeah. Well, we still have a lot of questions for you,
Yes.
but unfortunately, we're gonna have to take a little break. But don't worry, we will be back, and we will continue our talk with Audi after the break. Do not go anywhere.
We will.